You gotta get in, you gotta get in.
So the first thing I knew I had to accomplish was to get to know as many people as possible, internally and externally. The most important partner is one, the community, every member of the community, whether it be the youth, the faith-based, anyone who speaks up and says, I want to be a partner with the police department. The more diverse we are, the better we are. So it's still so much to learn about the community, because ultimately the first thing I need the community to know is, one, we're listening.
Thank y'all for inviting me to your roll call.
I needed to get my staff understanding. One, I knew that they were listening, but I need to give them the means that they needed to hear and give them avenues to be engaged, give them avenues to send our message of we are the community. Letting them know the same way I had to build that trust with my department, they've got to build the trust with the community. And even though they had it there already, they needed to expand on it. They needed to give them opportunities, avenues to learn about the police department. That's, for example, why we're having our first Citizens Police Academy in a long time. Another avenue of engagement, we just had our first faith forum. And that was focused on the faith-based community leaders, because that was a force multiplier for who they lead. They lead a multitude part of congregation that are residents of the community. So to hear their voice from their residents was another avenue. The community wants to talk to us. We need to give them the opportunity to have avenues to reach us, and at every level.
Hey, y'all.
We're empowering each district to say, you know your neighborhoods. You ask them what they want to do, how we can get engaged with them, and we meet them where they are. We don't need to create new engagement opportunities. They're already having neighborhood watch meetings, community engagements. We want to expand on those who don't have ones and help them create their own community watch or community engagement neighborhood watch. And then we're a resource to say, what is your needs? We're here to support. We're not here to create just the safe environment. We can't do it by ourselves. So the magic wand would be, first, for them to really believe this is their community. They have the voice. We're here to listen. If you get that first concept, then now what do we need to do? One unit we created in the reorganization is called the Community Empowerment Response Team. So we have three different districts: Campbellton, Cross Creek, and Central. Each district captain has a sergeant and 4 officers that are Community Empowerment Response Team. Their first task is to go on pockets where there's crime issues in that pocket. But in addition to those crime pockets, there's community residents. So they have to get engaged with those residents to listen for them, their issues. So it's twofold. One, they're addressing the crime problem, which is whether it be gangs, whether it be drugs, whether it be burglaries or thefts. So they're impacting that, but they also have the responsibility of talking to the residents that live there, talking to the business owners to say, tell me what you need. Now let me afford you the resources you have, which is us. You need us showing up. You need us engaged in the schools. What do you need from us? We want to also focus on the violent crime issues, because that can happen to anyone across the board, and we know the priorities of we're going to focus on any type of violent crime. That's the reason why I created a gang unit, because I know there's a nexus created that's established for the gang members. They're either going to sell drugs associated with or human trafficking or whatever the genre to gain revenue for gang members. So first we're establishing the gang unit. We've established the gang unit. They hit the ground running. They've already taken a lot of guns and a lot of drugs off the street in their first week. So we know that's just going to build upon how we connect any type of relationship with gang members, because essentially violent crime is a top issue for anybody. So we're going to first focus on that. But just because one community doesn't have a gang issue doesn't mean they have issues. So empowering them to say, okay, what are your concerns? How can we address those? You know, I'm okay with my street not having a gang issue, but if my street has another issue, I want my police department to support me in addressing those issues. So that's why when we go to community meetings, we'll share information not only about our new app, our police department app, but we'll also tell them about They Fix It, because dealing with code enforcement issues, dealing with trash, is still a community issue. So we want to share everything that the city is doing as a police department, because we're out there in the community already. because there's plenty of things to do. There's plenty of opportunities to find out how you can serve your community, how you can get engaged. If you want to address homeless issues, if you want to address panhandling, if you want to address the youth, there's plenty of opportunities going on in the city to get engaged. Hey. This is my life right now. I don't part-time police chief. I'm the police chief all the time. I'm always thinking. I wake up and I think about what we can do better. There's not enough hours in a day. Trust me, there is not. And I know there's going to be a certain time period to get a break, but I know too many people are dependent on not forgetting, me not figuring out my schedule. I love my assistant. Bless her heart, she's doing my schedule and she's trying to fit it in. And it's hard for me to not say no. I gotta say no sometimes. But right now, I'll take a break later. It's too much to do, and I'm enjoying it.